Greetings and salutations. We're doing an unboxing video today on the Pegasus
Soviet infantry.
thank you. From the big WWII. And we have the trusty sidekick with us as well. Sorry, I didn't do it.
No, I guess I'll leave.
Yeah.
You can do it on your own.
These guys are in winter dress, but they're not in greatcoat. Oh well, actually a couple of them are. But these are basically just in winter clothing, which is the nice padded jacket you always see in film. So these are the figures themselves. If I stand this up, can I stand this up?
No, it's not heavy enough.
I don't know, I'm going to try it. There we go, we've done it. Right, so these are the guys in question. And they're... I always say things are pretty good, because I don't really have many negative things to say about figures. These guys are a bit of a mismatch of figure. You get a few kneeling down, a couple laying down, and then standing up. So it's kind of a mishmash of sort of poses. You've got a very nice officer there with his proper officer's hat. He's not pointing though. We do like officers pointing, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
But
it's a failure.
Yes, but he does have what looks like a Kalashnikov, doesn't it? I think. The rest have got the PPSH. There was a version of, before the Kalashnikov, there was actually another rifle which was like it.
Is the officer the commissar?
He could be a commissar. Just paint him as you want, don't you? Let's have a look. Is he? No, can't tell. He's just in winter clothing.
Well, everybody's in winter clothing most of there.
Yes, they're all in winter clothing. The officer hasn't got a winter hat on. The officer's got a proper officer's hat, so you can see he's a proper officer. So
I can't
yeah,
fit around my head. I always fall off. They don't fit around my head.
what the hats? Yeah. That's because they're not your size.
No.
So these guys are all in winter gear, and they look okay. They're pretty cool. We're using them for the Stalingrad era, which is absolutely fine, but we're also going to use it for winter war, and this is exactly the right outfits for winter war. However, a lot of the Russian troops didn't have winter war kit at the beginning of the war, so these would actually match better than the normal guys in greatcoat. So if you're just doing winter war, these might be a better buy than getting the other box, but what we're doing is mixing them in.
Yeah.
So it just gives us more overall look, because some of ours, we have some infantry bases with all guys kneeling, like, so you got one guy with a PPSH and three guys with rifles, or maybe a guy with a loading his rifle, and then another base with all the guys standing, and these figures are great for that because we have bases fit to a base, so they look really good with that. So yeah, they're decent figures, and it's actually what I've come to expect, to be honest, from
Pegasus.
The Pegasus are good. The only downside is you do have to assemble the figures yourself. But
Really easy. I mean, they've got the holes in their arms, so
yes,
it's just a slot.
it doesn't take much assembly. It's just taking them off the sprue. It means you have to take two things off the sprue in order to do one figure.
Just be careful with them when you do it. Because
Yes.
20mm is known to be quite delicate.
Yes, so you have to be very careful, especially with bits like that's absolutely fine to take off. Just one little snip, but when you get to, which is the one I found, is it this sprue? I don't think it's actually this sprue. No, it's a different sprue. No, these ones are absolutely fine. It's the other one.
I know what it's like.
Yeah, the winter sprue, the trench coat sprue. There's one particular rifle which has two connectors to it, but one of them is that they're like that when they're connected both sides, and getting the clippers in, I had to to get it safely in, I had to actually take that piece off the sprue in order to cut it off safely.
Like for me, with Warlord Chasseurs et Cheval,
Yeah.
and they had their swords, two things.
Yeah.
The sword connected to the very top, and the hand connected.
Yeah.
And if you cut the hand first, the top bit's so delicate that it just snaps.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to find one of my spare bits box.
Yeah, and it breaks the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that when I did them. I'm glad you're doing them now because I find them a bit of a pain. But yeah, so I would actually say this is actually the figure wise. This is actually slightly better than the ones all in greatcoat. I think it's the guy carrying the machine gun in the greatcoat box that's the hard one. I think it's that one that's hard to get off. So this one looks quite good, and I'm thinking we could make a few little sniper bases out of these quite well.
I mean, yeah,
Better
you've
than the
definitely
other
got
ones.
people who are also laying
Yes.
down. A very dynamic box.
Yeah, so you got a nice little collection. I've got nothing against the light machine gun being carried. It's just when you're basing, when you've got some light machine guns carried, some not carried, it just makes your box look a little disordered when you pack them away. Other than that, it's fine. I like the guys laying down firing, they just look good.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah, and these guys look great, and I've not actually been able to fault any of the new stuff we've got. The 20mm, the 1/72 stuff. The only downside is the Caesar stuff. Some figures are bent, or like the rifles are bent, and it's very hard getting them back in position because the plastic has quite a good memory.
That
So-
might be the fault of the packager, not the company, though.
Yeah, possibly. Although with those, they're not actually in the. They're not on the sprue. Those ones.
Oh, all in bags, aren't they?
Yes, in
Oh,
bags.
yes.
So that might be one of the things. But yeah, they're okay. I like them. These are pretty good, and we're going to be playing games with them very soon. We'll do some videos on it.
If you haven't already seen them.
Oh, if we haven't already loaded one up, actually, I might have actually loaded one up by the time we get to this. I'm trying not to just dump unboxing videos on you guys.
I mean, I watched a YouTube video the other day, and
Yeah.
the person I was watching accidentally mentioned the date he recorded it,
Yeah.
and it was. So the current month we ended March, right? He recorded this video October 2021.
Well, I've been watching. I watch a lot of reviews. So I watch a lot of not gaming reviews. I watch
Everything reviews.
film reviews. Not film. Well, yeah, film.
Well, critiquing.
Critiques. That's it. I watch a lot of critiques. And there was a critique where someone did a joke, and everyone sort of like was laughing and stuff. And I was thinking that joke is so. But it was like just released on the weekend, right? But the joke seems like it was from last year. Because that's not topical anymore, the thing he was joking about. It's like, does anyone remember that?
Because sometimes these people, they want to have a holiday for a month. And so they record a month worth of videos.
Yeah.
But they end up only going for that holiday for like a week and come back because they can't stand not working.
Yeah.
And then they have all these videos, which then later on they go, oh, I want to go on a holiday now. Oh, I already have these 3-week videos from 2 years ago I can put up.
Yeah. So if we have videos like that that are more than a month old, we tend to just delete them and do them again because we can't remember what was in them. So, whereas unboxing videos, they're unboxing videos.
Yeah.
Straightforward. But if it's a Babylon 5 video, it's like, do you remember that battle? I don't remember that battle.
Who won?
Who won? I don't know.
I'm just saying I didn't go. I'm self-centered.
So yeah, that's it. So that's the figures, and they're great. I recommend these. I always say I recommend things because I think when I buy stuff, it's because I want the stuff. Then I'm going to recommend them anyway, aren't I?
Yeah, because you already know you're going to like it.
Yeah. So it's something I already like. So don't buy stuff at random generally. I mean, I did kind of with this project, didn't I? I just went on and said, right, what can we get
But
for this period?
like you said, the first unboxing we did, you have done this kind of stuff before, so
Yes.
you already know what to look for.
Yes.
Like, it would be really hard for someone who wants to do 28mm, and there's so many companies that do 28mm. I have a few armies, we did have a few armies, where we used to have Perry and Warlord in the same
In the same arm,
thing,
yeah.
especially with Napoleonics.
Yeah.
I even had some Victrix, is it Victrix? Yeah, Victrix
Yeah.
and Napoleonics.
Yeah.
Because they bounce off each other quite well.
Yeah, and a lot of figures are, you can use them for multiple companies and stuff. So yeah, and for the 1/72, I know, but I'm not sure how many people do 1/72. There is a lot of stuff on the market, so clearly there's a market for it. There's
Otherwise
a
you
big
wouldn't do it, would
market.
you?
Yeah, there is a big, ever-growing market. You can get all sorts now. Way better than when I did 1/72 before, because that was when you was a child. We did a lot of 1/72 stuff.
That's like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, but bear in mind, a lot of our 1/72 stuff was lead. Most of the Germans were lead. We didn't have any plastic stuff. But yeah, it's just great. And I think 1/72 are cheap because you can buy them in sprues and stuff. So it's a cheaper way of doing bolt action or whatever. But we're doing Fire and Fury. Are we doing Fire and Fury?
I think you said.
Oh, Rapid Fire. I think we're doing Rapid Fire.
Yeah, I think you said you're looking into it still.
Well, we're looking at the different rules. We're trying out different rules, you see. And I've bought the rapid fire rules. I have Fire and Fury. I also have the 28mm version of Firefly, which is kind of you can use it for any scale. You just change the ranges. Okay. Basically. Yeah.
Is this kind of the same as the ACW we did?
No, that's Martin Hackett's rule book, which is a very generic rule system.
It's quite fast.
It's very fast paced.
It doesn't make it drawn out. Sometimes a conflict in one part of the game takes 10 times as long as the rest of the game.
Such as Babylon 5. Yeah, we found that with Babylon 5. You can get bogged down with...
But it is awesome.
But it is also with Babylon 5, you've got one side fires its lasers because that's all it's got. The other side fires every single little tiny gun in desperation.
In that one video I slept for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Yeah, true. But yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's the Russian unboxing. It went on for nearly... Oh god, we had 12 minutes. Sorry.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Same from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.